Welcome to the Happiness and Hope for the Japanese Youth project. I am your host, Michala from Denmark, and with me is clinical psychologist Sumire Sato from Japan.
Yes.
Welcome, Sumire. So happy that we are joined here together. Yeah. Is there anything that you like to say before we start, Sumire?
I'm really happy to take this video with you. This series is so great for Japanese youth, I think. So I really appreciate you.
Thank you. It wouldn't be here without you, so I appreciate you just as much. Excuse me, I have a little cold here in Denmark. The spring is on the way. But to me, we will be lighting a light for a candle for the Japanese youth to start with before we begin, right?
Yeah.
So we'll do like this.
Perfect.
And let's see if it works. Yes. This is to bring happiness and hope to the Japanese youth.
Yes.
It is just a simple a ritual, and I like for us to have that. Yes. So simple. So I'll put it down now. And so, yes, hello, everybody, and welcome. Today we will be talking about how to master your mindset. And basically speaking, your mindset can either support you or it could hold you back. And for most of us, it holds us back. So our goal, Sumire's and I have the goal today to help you change your mindset so that it can support you and lift you up and make you feel more happy and have hope for the future. That's our objection. And we will give you some tools and some exercises to help you do that. And excuse me again.
Oh, it's okay.
And we do the excuse me. We do this as part of the on-track map teachings. So Sumire, would you please begin to bring the on-track map on the screen?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, thank you.
It's
Share
better
the screen.
for us to translate for a while.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry. Yes, that would be great.
I'll share the screen and maybe I will translate for the beginning.
Yes, please.
So, 今日は、3つ目の説明をミクがしてくれます。心の主導権のところで自分についてどう思うかとか自分の精神、心を支える土台の部分をどう作るかっていう話をしてくれます。最初にキャンドルに火をつけてくれたのは、安心とか安定とかそういうことを日本の若者の心にもっともたらせるようにっていうのでつけてくれました。Okay, it's a simple explanation, but maybe it's...
Thank you, Sumire. Thank you. Yes, the reason I want to bring on the on-track map is because when we are speaking about the mindset, it is very important to understand that we need to be kind of relaxed when we want to work with our mindset. So that's why, can you point to number 1, please? Yes, thank you. Oh, sorry, not just on the map.
Okay.
Yeah, principle 1. So that's why before we even speak about mindset, it's good to go back to principle 1, where we talked about how to quiet the mind. For example, by taking a walk, by meditation, by listening to some soothing music, so that your mind can be in a relaxed state, because that way it's much more receptive.
Yeah.
Will you please translate, Sumire?
Sure.
Thank you.
ちょっと振り返りをしてくれてます。この間までに取り上げた1つ目は自己管理で、自分の健康をどうやって保つかっていうところをやりました。例えば時々お休みして本を読んだり音楽を聴いたりヨガしたりちょっと癒されるみたいなことで普段の自分の軸のところに戻すっていうのが1つ目でした。Okay.
Thank you so much. Well, I imagine that everybody here we all have this chatter in our mind. And what's important to know is that many of our thoughts are just old thoughts. There's nothing new there. It's just repeated thoughts, like, like an old record. It keeps playing the same song over and over again. And so what we want today is to bring awareness to it and establish new thought patterns.
Yeah. It's so precious. Wow.
Thank you. Can you translate, please, Sumire?
Sure, okay.
We just take it simple, step by step, you all, because yes, we take it easy.
Yeah, thank you.
One step at a time.
そう、今日は、自分についてどう思ってるかっていうのが多分固定観念というか、ずっとリピート、同じ音楽がずっと鳴ってるみたいなことがほとんどの人そうやと思うんですけど、自分についての信念みたいなのを書き換える、新しい音楽を脳内に常にかけるっていう話を今日はしていきます。Okay, could you continue to explain?
Thank you so much. So what we want to talk about today is how our inner dialogue really also affects our self-image. I don't know if you can see this, but that's how that's what we want to talk today about, how to affect our self-image in a positive way. Because if we have a negative dialogue, we will also not feel so good about ourselves. So the objective really is a positive mindset, and a positive inner dialogue will help you have a better self-image, like a smile. You will feel better once your mindset is supporting you.
Yeah.
And I have a three-step formula to do that.
Okay.
But I think perhaps best just to translate what I just said.
Okay. Okay. 今日は、自分についてどう思ってるかっていうのを書き換えるって話なんですけど、ネガティブなイメージを自分に持ったままだとやっぱりなかなか生きていくのがしんどいので、それをどう書き換えるかっていう話を今日はします。で、それは3つのステップがあるので、それを今から話していきます。Okay?
Thank you, Sumire. Thank you so much. Yes, so we like to keep it simple. The brain cannot remember more than 3 steps, so we just bring 3 steps. And for most of you, perhaps you never even thought about, what is my inner dialogue. So step 1 is to bring awareness to it. Simply start to notice it. Don't judge it. Just notice it. Just take some deep breaths and just simply notice what is going on in my mind.
Yeah. Okay.
That is step number 1.
Okay.
Should we just translate that, I think, maybe step by step?
It's better.
Thank you.
Okay, so number 1 一つ目はとにかく気づくこと、評価せずに心の中で何が起きているかっていうのをまず気づくっていうことが一つ目っていう話です。Okay, could you continue to explain?
Thank you. Yes, step number 2. You might want to use a journal for that, just make a journal or piece of paper. So you start to track it. Just simply do that every day. When you track your inner dialogue, you will find what are your most predominant thoughts. What do you often think about you? Maybe perhaps I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I can never make it, stuff like that. So you record that. Then you yes, I think that's if you can translate that.
So number 2、2つ目は、日誌とか紙に書くこと、心の中の考えを、例えば自分には価値がないとか、自分は十分じゃないとか、生きてる意味が自分にはないとか、そういうふうに思ってる思考を、可視化すること で、自分の心の中の考えの癖に気づくってことが2つ目だそうです。これすごい心理学のいろいろ認知行動療法とかそんなのを全部トータルしたみたいな方法になってて、ほんまに深いなって思います。OK?
Thank you. Then after at some time, perhaps a week or so, you will see a pattern, and it's probably a little bit negative, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. I mean, that's just how the mind works. That's fine. Most of us do not have a very positive inner dialogue. It's normal to feel critical and all of that, just like a parent, like a critical parent. It's normal. So what we want to do in step 3, we want to, in your journal, form a statement based on what you have observed. I am, for example, not good enough, whatever, I am. It's up to you to just form. There's nothing, you cannot do it right. You cannot do it wrong. You just simply notice your thoughts and you write down an I am statement.
Okay.
Then you also write down the world is statement. For example, I am not good enough. The world does not feel safe, for example.
Okay.
Or the world is unfriendly. This is all very negative, but our objection is we will shift that. We will shift that. Yes. So this is just the first the first part.
Yeah.
Yes.
First.
So don't worry, it will get positive. We will reframe it.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will translate it.
Thank you.
So 3つ目は、これ心理学でもよく使う方法なんですけど、私は公文と世界は公文って言って、私は何とかだっていう文章をいっぱい書く。で、世界は私の周りの環境はっていうんですよね。は何とかだっていう文章をいっぱい書くっていうのをとにかくまずやってみる。で、これは一旦何回もミクが言ってくれてたんですけど、ネガティブな内容でも今は全然よくて、例えば私は十分には良くはないとか、私は、安全に感じてないとか、例えば世界はあまり友好的じゃないとか、そういうネガティブなことでもこれからそれをリフレーム、転換していくので OK、 ネガティブでも OK、 とにかく本音で私は何とか世界は何とかっていう文章をとにかくいっぱい書いてみるっていうのがステップ3です。 OK?
Thank you, Sumire. Thank you so much. I think you're doing a great job of translation, Sumire. I really appreciate that.
Your explanation is so perfect. So yeah,
thank you. I hope you can all understand it. That's our hope, isn't it, Sumire? We really want to help you. So we really want to make it easy and accessible for you. So now we probably have some little negative statements and really don't worry. It's like I said, it's normal, but it's not the truth. That is an important point. It is not the truth. And you can change your mindset so that it supports you. The thing is, it'll take some time to reprogram. And I know Sumire told me that sometimes it's uncomfortable for you to speak about you, to speak about your needs and your feelings. I know that's probably not very common in Japan. So I understand that and I appreciate that. I understand where you're coming from, that it's not so normal for you to think about you. But the objection of all this is for you to think about you and for you to create happiness from the inside out.
Yeah.
These simple principles.
Okay.
So,
yes,
yeah.
translate it. It's a little bit difficult to translate. Your explanation is so deep meaning. It's so important. So, okay. 追加の
I'm
説
sure
明
you can do it.
yeah. ネガティブでも OK なんやけど、それは、truth じゃない、真実じゃないってことは理解しておくっていうのが大事。で、 これから取り組んでいくのは、自分を支える考え、自分を潰しにかかる信念を頭に心に作るんじゃなくて、内側から自分を幸せにする考えに変えていくっていうのを今からやります。ミクが言ってくれたのは、日本って結構その親がこう言ってるからとか、社会がこう言うとしろって言ってるからみたいな、こうアウトサイドインな外側の軸を自分も使うっていう生き方をしがちなんですけど、それではなかなか自分だけの幸せを作れないので、インサイドアウト、自分の中で自分を幸せにする考え方を今から練習していきます。めっちゃ大事じゃない？ OK?
Thank you, Sumire. So now comes the good news. You can reprogram your mind. And it's all about, like we spoke about before, it's about training that muscle. When you go to the gym and you want to work out, you train your muscles. Likewise, we want to train our mind to be thinking positive thoughts about you. And we want to establish new patterns that leads to a positive self-image where you have the power to create more happiness and hope in your own life from the inside out. So there's the 3 steps here, and it's very simple. But number 1 step, I'd like you to create a list again, perhaps in your journal. And this may sound silly, but quite often we ask ourselves, what's wrong with me? So yes, when you have all these negative thoughts, it's easy to think, what's wrong with me? We don't want to ask that question. It's the wrong question. The right question would be, what is right with me?
Okay.
Yes. And you simply make a list. And to begin with, you may feel really, really silly. But just find something, just one thing that you thought you did really good. Be that, attending to your grandmother or cleaning up the house or what, it doesn't matter what. Just begin to get in the good circle of finding evidence that of what is right with you.
Wow, that's so new. Okay.
It's simple, but it's really powerful,
Yes,
so
it's
keep
like
it in your
brain.
journal, even just write one thing a day. What is right with me?
Okay, so I will translate it. I really
Thank you.
like your idea. Okay, so めっちゃ、新しいなって思うんですけど、考え方を転換していくステップ1は、英語で言う What's wrong with me? wrong って何か間違ってるとか悪いとか、自分の何が悪いだろうとか、自分のどこがこうあかんかっていうのを私たち結構よく考えるじゃないですか。それの逆をやるんやってめっちゃ面白いと思う。What is right for me? right with me? 何がいいか。自分のいいところって言ったらなんかあれやな。wrong の反対って right で、自分のなんかキラッとするところをリストにまずするんですって。例えば、どんな例言ってたっけな、ちょっとメモ追いつかへんかったけど、なんかおばあちゃんに優しいとか多分掃除したとかなんか例言ってたと思うんですけど、そういうその自分のいいところのちっちゃな根拠、こんなこともできるし、あんなこともできるっていういいところリストを作るっていうのがステップ1らしいです。OK?
Thank you, Sumia. I hope you understand that because the mind is a powerful thing.
Yeah.
It's like a hard disk, it just it doesn't know anything on its own. It's what you put into your mind. So to put in new suggestions about what's right with me, it will become a self-fulfilling prophecy, so you start the good circle about what is right with you, and you will begin to see yourself in a much more positive light. And yes, one tip, that is step number 2.
Okay.
Or maybe should you just translate that very quickly? Thank you.
Thank you.
We're just playing here.
Thank you. これは内側からプログラムを書き換えるその心の筋肉を鍛える機会なので、自分に関する考えとかセルフイメージとかを新しく設立していく、筋トレみたいな感じで考えたらいいよっていうことでした。新しい気づきとか、自分にはやりたいことを叶える力があるとか、そういう未来を信じられる自分をまず作る。多分信じることがまずスタートでできるかもみたいな、思うことがスタートで、思ったらどうやってやろうかって考えるじゃないですか。多分そもそも無理やん、自分はそんな価値がないと思ってたら、それを達成する手立てを考えないから、できひんから、まず多分いい循環にする最初のステップがそこだ。筋トレをするっていう話です。で、そこから次ステップ2です。OK?
Thank you. Thank you, Sumire. Then comes step number 2. And it's also very simple and very powerful. And you may feel a little bit shy doing it, but I ask that you find a good friend or family member and you ask them, what do you like about me? What do you like about me? Sometimes we are surprised because we never ask each other these questions. So simply ask that person to say, no pressure, just simply, what do you like about me? Ask 3 people what they like about you. And you may be in for a surprise because it will help you see yourself in a much more positive light, because normally we don't go around and tell people what we like about them. So you will probably be surprised how much people like you and things you may not have thought of about yourself. They will tell you.
Okay.
And don't be shy. Don't be shy. Find someone that you trust and ask them. And you can do the same for them. And the good circle begins. Yes.
That's so nice. Okay, so step 2.
Thank you.
2つ目のステップは、親友とか家族とか信頼する人に、What do you like about me? どんなところが好き？私のどんなところが気に入ってる？って聞いてみてっていうのがステップ2。めっちゃ面白いですよね。これなんか私心理学で大学の時にやったこれ。気楽に、照れずに、Don't be shy って何回も言ってたけど、照れずに、どんくらい自分のことを好いてもらえてるか、どんなところでいいと思ってもらえてるのかっていうのを客観的に、3人に聞けっていうのがステップ2。これめっちゃいいと思う。私実際やりました。OK? Thank you for
Thank you. Thank you, Sumire. And then we move on to the make it a game, make it fun, make it fun. That's important. Have fun with it, And then we move on to step number 3. Step number 3 is that after you've done step 1 and 2, you have your journal and you look at it. And now you have some more positive thinking about yourself. What is right about with me? What do people like about me? What do I actually like about myself? Then you are ready to write down a new I am statement.
Okay.
And a new the world is. So, for example, I am a kind person.
Yeah.
The world is a friendly place.
Yeah.
So that is the idea, that you generate a positive view towards yourself, your self-image, and that you also see the world as a friendly place. That feels safe. A lot of things can be going on. I understand that. I really acknowledge the pressure of studies and everything, but you can still decide that, to be at peace and to create your own happiness and make it I am happy statement and decide to be happy and go out and find that the world is a friendly place. And collect evidence. This is a lot about the evidence that the mind is seeking. We can seek evidence of being happy. We can seek evidence of the world being a friendly place, despite of everything that's going on. There's still friendly people out there, you know,
Yeah.
like Sumire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Will you translate, please?
Yeah. Okay, so step 3、とにかく楽しんでやってねって話なんですけど、もう、一つ目で自分の、いいところをリストに自分でして、で、二つ目、ステップ2で親友とか家族に自分のいいところを聞いたので、ついにステップ3で、さっき最初にやった私は何とかっていう構文と世界は何とかっていう文章を再び書きます。それがステップ3。私は例えば親切な人ですとか、世界は優しいです、友好的ですとか、そういう、ステップ1、ステップ2を経たそれらが根拠となった私は何とか世界は何とかっていうのをステップ3で書く。で、言ってくれてたのは、幸せ、自分が I am happy な根拠を seek する、探すとか、世界はフレンドリーなスペースだってことを、そのエビデンスをいろいろとステップ1、ステップ2から拾ってきて考える。だから自分の中のなんていうかな、偏った思考の癖による根拠のない信念じゃなくて、実際に根拠があることを拾ってきて、最初の私は公文とか世界は公文とは違うポジティブな、事実の文章を作るっていうのがステップ3です。OK?
Thank you. Yes. So I like to sum it up and just and then I like to get a little bit into what you think about this and how it's possible to apply it. But just to debrief this, so the objection for today was really to shift your mindset and have it support you. And the way to do that is to bring awareness to what's going on in your mind. And you could do that by the suggestions that we have to track down your thoughts and make the I am statement, the world is. And then you probably find it a little bit negative. And then the next step really is to change that and do like we suggested, to track down, ask people to track down what is right with me, what do people like about me, and make a new I am, the world is statement. And one tip, when you get to that point, the positive part, you can record it into your cell phone. The cell phone has a recording device, and you can play that to yourself like a record, so that it sinks into the mind. You can do that, at night before you go to sleep, and put on some music and just have these positive suggestions about, I am a kind person, the world is friendly, I am happy, the world wants to support me, and so forth.
Okay.
So that is kind of the idea of how to shift your mindset. And remember one thing, repetition is everything. So you repeated many negative thoughts. Now you begin to repeat the positive thoughts. So that's where the programming begins. Repetition is everything. So play it on a cell phone, any recording device, perhaps once a day for a couple of weeks and see how you do.
Wow, nice. Wow, wonderful idea. Okay, so, 今までの方法が、効果的に使うためにっていうところなんですけど、今までネガティブな信念を何回も何回も自分に言い聞かせてたのを、今実際に作ったポジティブな事実を言ったらその自分にすり込んでいく。毎日毎日リピートしてる音楽みたいな、バックミュージックみたいなのを、そっちに変えていくってことをするんですけど、アイデアとして言ってくれてたのは、例えばスマホに、私は幸せで、こういうところが私はいいですとか、私は人に親切にできてて、私は生きてて幸せですとか、そういうその具体的な文章を録音して、それを例えば寝る前に聞くとか、とにかくそのリピートをするっていうのが大事だっていう話でした。これ私自分の話ですけど、めっちゃいろんなところでこれ多分言われてる方法で、なんか例えば芸能人の人とか世界で有名なモデルさんとかもこれやってますよね。毎日そういうポジティブなセンテンスを読むとか聞くとかを毎日してると、なんとなく自分ってそういうもんやって自分が思うから、行動とかも全部おのずと変わっていく。なんか宗教的なことじゃなくて、これ多分心理学としてマインドセットを変えていく、プログラミングしていくためのいい方法 で、その一つのアイデアです。OK?
Thank you, Sumire. Thanks you so much for translating all of this, and I hope it makes sense. If you have any question, you can put down your questions in the comment below, and we are happy to answer any questions that you have, because I understand that it may not be clear. This is something new, and it's about establishing new thought patterns and creating this positive self image, but it's possible. So I like to ask you, Sumire, do you have any questions?
And now I don't have any questions because your explanation is wonderful. But now I feel in our society, you know, maybe we are so little age, we listened to you are not enough, or you have to allow the line, you have to be in the line, or you can't fulfill your dream, you just be the same person. So society talks to us the same message again and again. So maybe a teenager or most of adults here in Japan believe we can't break our yes, this is possibility. So but this is just our believing, just the belief in our brain. So yeah, your idea you gave us today is so wonderful, because just believe we can do that, or we can expand ourselves, then we can imagine our step. First of all, if we can believe the goal, then we can take the step. So yes, to change our base mind is the first step, right? So I really appreciate you.
Little by little, step by step, you know?
Step. Yeah.
Yes,
So maybe so on Track Map, Happiness and Hope project is so needed by Japanese society, I think.
I appreciate that. I'm happy to hear that you find it useful. And perhaps you like to translate your thoughts about this, so that what you just said about, you know, because I think what is important, what you just said, that you have been programmed from the society, but this is a way to program you. The on-track map is a way to program you from the inside out, regardless of the society.
Yes, yeah.
You have the power within you, you know? Yes, to make the change. The change has to begin from the inside.
That's so nice. 社会からプログラムされて生きがちな日本人なんですけど、外からの何かで生きるんじゃなくて、内側から作っていく力が私たちにあるよっていうメッセージでした。Okay.
Thank you, Sumire.
Me too.
So, yeah, thank you so much for the translation and for showing up and for the work that you do. I'm so happy to collaborate with you. So, and everyone, thanks for listening, and we will continue this Happiness and Hope project and add more YouTube videos as we go. And you're welcome if you have any comments or questions or perhaps suggestions. What would you like to hear more about? Just please let us know in the comment below in the YouTube comment, and we will read that and we will reply to it. So feel free to drop any questions and also suggestions. We are here to support you. So the more we know about your challenges, we will be happy to address it and include it in our series. Yes.
Maybe you can use Japanese and English as well. So I can translate for Mick, or we can understand English as well.
Yes. So true. So will you please translate how ask them to drop comments or suggestions or anything they need?
Yes. Okay, and now you told me Okay.
Yes, please.
何でも聞きたいことがあったらコメントしてね。日本語でも英語でも大丈夫なので、スーがミクにも訳せるし、2人とも英語はわかるので、なんか聞きたいこととかあったら私たちはいつでもここにいるので、手助けしたいなと思ってます。コメントしてね。Okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sumire. So I think we are, do you have anything else that you like to add?
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So thank you everyone for listening. So happy to have you here. And yes, we'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.